So, were you two surprised when you heard that there was going to be a Dolphin 2 sequel?
I mean, absolutely. It was joked about when Hope was actually released. David Yates was like, hey, we're going to do it. And we're like, that would be awesome. But I think when I actually got the call, for me, it becomes real when the wardrobe person calls and wants your sizes. I'm like, oh, this is really happening. They're going to buy clothes. So this is real. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, yeah, I was just absolutely thrilled and couldn't wait to get back down here.
That's great.
I couldn't say I was really surprised. I was like, yeah, this is just natural. The way that David Yates goes about his daily business, he's the CEO of Clearwater Marine Aquarium. And there is no inside that man. And so it really didn't kick me off my chair too much. That I was like, yep, that would happen because he's just making it happen. And I'm sure Dolphin Tale 3 and 4 and 12 and 42 will happen as well. Yeah. So no, I was almost expecting the call. If anything, David was late. Yeah.
So, how now your characters are 3 years older. Has anything changed for them? Are there any new challenges for them? What have they been doing in these past 3 years?
My character is in a much better place in his life. That he's found himself again and reasserting himself into society and finding his place. Grounding himself with his family and his community and joining the rally around this animal and around the aquarium. And so it's nice to see that his journey has continued past his injury.
Phoebe is still just caring for the animals, and I think she's taken on a little bit more responsibility at the aquarium and is still just trying to do her best to help these animals and rehabilitate them if possible, and if not, give them the absolute best life that she possibly can.
Great. And let's talk about Hope. Were you both at the wrap party when she was
Yes.
rescued, rather?
Yes, I was fortunate enough. Bob Engelman, one of our producers and one of the real trainers, grabbed me and said, "We're heading over. Come watch this dolphin be rescued." And I was like, "What?" And so I literally got to watch her be taken out of the ambulance and rushed up the stairs and lowered down in the stretcher, hitting the water for the first time, experiencing human beings. They were trying to teach her, this is a bottle. This is going to be your food for a while because she was still nursing. She was a dependent calf. So I got to do all of that, and they were trying to set up a light, and they were like, "We need an extension cord," and I was like, "I know where that is!" So I like to say that I helped in Hope's rescue. Not really sure how much I can take credit for, though.
I honestly didn't know a ton about it that night. I heard that, later on that there had been a rescue, and I just couldn't believe that all this was happening just a few hundred yards away. And it was just business as usual for them. They're at a party, get the call, well, time to go to work. So it's a testament to the hours and the sacrifice that the staff over there is giving on a daily basis.
Now, how is this story different than the first one? I mean, it's dealing with two different, we've got an addition with the animals, but the story seems a little like there's more to it this time around.
For sure. I mean, I think that this movie is much more mature than the first one because we grew up, with the kids. They were 12 in the first one, now they're 16. They're dealing with much more complex issues. But I think Charles has also written a very layered script where we are dealing with many more issues than just a singular dolphin. You've got the turtles and you've got the Manny release, and I don't think we had otters in this movie, but I think that he did a really good job of sort of tying in all of the things that happen at CMA with the lives of the characters.
Yeah, sounds good. And let's talk about the cast. You have such a great cast that has come back. So how is it being reunited with all of these people again?
It was like we had never stopped filming. It was right back into it. It's just the cameras were smaller this time, not being in 3D. But most of the crew came back, and it was like we had never left. It really wasn't. That time had not changed. It was just, all right, on to the next movie. Here we go. Say action and click the sticks.
Great.
Yeah, for sure. It felt like it was deja vu. It was like, did we actually finish the first one, or was that a dream?
So great.
Yeah.
And Charles as a director, what does he bring to this as a director?
Well, I think he comes from the viewpoint of being an actor for a very long time himself, and the fact that he wrote it. You know, he's very collaborative. He loves to figure out like how the scene is going to work best for everybody who's in it, and really is trying to bring sort of the best sort of performance out, but in the most natural and subtle way. I love the way he works. I feel very free to kind of play, and yeah, and as a writer, he's just brilliant.
And even further, Charles Martin Smith is his directing and his talent in with his craft aside is a phenomenal human being. I've gotten to know him so well, and he cares so much about this story, and knows how many people it will affect, and how the right people will be affected by this. You know, those people who are a little, whether they're disabled or physically, or have somebody that they've lost recently. There's so many lessons that he's weaved into this story, and it's because there's so much going on over that aquarium. It's hard to put into a 2-hour movie, but he has, and you walk out of the theater feeling so much better about life and about you want to give back. You realize that, oh man, I got to work on me a little bit here, and I'm just so proud of the film and so proud of him.